Hey guys, welcome back to the SurgeeBee esports channel and welcome back to another Battlefield 2042 video. I'm SurgeeBee and I'm here to give you guys some tips and tricks that will help you level up really quickly and hopefully improve your gameplay. So these tips aren't in any particular order, they're just something that I've noticed along the way that have definitely helped me out. So to begin the first tips, I would say options. 100% options, right? If you go to option, I play on PC, so definitely jump on your PC. And the first thing I would recommend is to have crossplay on. Now I know crossplay is like reversing other consoles. Me being on PC, I might have a bit of advantages and some disadvantages, but crossplay allows you to, queue in and get a game as quickly as possible. Otherwise, the cutscenes in this game are horrendous and it takes so long, so having crossplay on would definitely help. Now, other stuff here, apart from camera shake, I would have camera shake turn all the way down. I don't know why you would want your camera to be shaking too much, but I would have that all the way down. Next, display. Now, I play on borderless, but otherwise, if you don't stream like me, play on full screen, which I do recommend. Now, the resolution, depending on your monitor, I'm running a GTX 1080, not the best graphics card, but I just go for 144 Hz because that's what my monitor runs. For field of view,
what?
Excuse my languages. I play on 96. Some people play on 100, but it just comes down to personal preferences. And ADS field of view I have on. Now, the graphics quality, I would have everything on low almost, and just medium texture because I do sort of like my game to look nice. But the performance hit that Battlefield does to a computer, it's quite substantial. So I play almost everything on low, and down the bottom here, I turn DLSS off and ray trace off, even if I have an RTX card, because they tend to cause the most issues in this game. And for future frame rendering, vertical sync, I turn all those off and low, and enable plus boost for the NVIDIA reflex low latency. This will give you the most frames for PC. I'm on a TX 1080 and I'm getting over 100 frames on average. Now for sound, if you sound whore like me using a headset, go War Tapes. War Tapes really is, I love War Tapes. It gives you that oomph from like the previous Battlefield games. And next I would just go crosshair, choose a color that suits you. I like to have mine on purple because that's just how I am.
Okay.
But then headshots, I like it red so that I knew it's a headshot. But my next tips would be, if you're going to play and you want to level up really quickly, breakthrough. Choosing the right game mode to really put you in at a spot where you can level up quickly. Breakthrough pretty much narrows down the area in which you'll play compared to Conquest. So breakthrough is the way to go. Now before we jump into the game, Battlefield no longer restricts you to particular classes. So you can set up these particular classes to the way you like, whatever guns you want to choose. But I would always recommend carrying explosives. As you can see in all my classes, I have explosives, except this one I have a SOFLAM. Or explosives if you're going to play run and gun, because there's a lot of vehicles and they are very annoying. So run explosives. And a main, very key point if you want to level up quickly, proc sensors. I know they nerfed it already, but proc sensors still grant you a lot of points. Now I'll continue my next tips when we get into the game. Now that I'm back into the game, I'm just going to go through some quick tips and quick guides. It's been quite chaotic. I've spawned on the point, but as you can see, one of the main things is that on the OBJ, play objective. If you're in the objective points, you will actually get like special things called objective like bonuses. Can you see how I'm in A1 and there's that number up the top? If I keep defending here, I will get extra experience point. These rack up, and the thing that I told you about carrying explosives, that's why you carry explosives, because those tanks will hunt you down. So I always carry a C5 explosives and those things to really help me out. Now before we continue, choose a specialist that suits your playstyle. That's so important. Each of these specialists can be really good if used correctly in certain situations. Sometimes I like running Falx because she can heal herself, she can heal your teammate, she can revive people at full health and revive very quickly. Pike is really good if you run and gun. You can eliminate the enemy by, you know, pinging him through walls. If an enemy shoots you, it highlights them. That's one of my 2 most favorite characters. Sundance, I'm not going to go through that. You can fly. You know how Sundance is. She's a bitch. But these other characters, you really have to test them out to see what suits you. So in the meantime, I'll use Falx to show you. But before we continue, you can also choose different guns throughout the game. So if it doesn't suit you, whatever you're using, you can change guns, you know? And use these different attachment slots. Use the plus system where you can have different attachments that can suit you your different situations. Like here, I'm going to use the MP9 because it's a gun that's I'm grinding out to try and level up. I could just hold down T, then boom, I can change between different attachments that might help me out. Now, if the suppressor isn't going to help out, or I can use into suppressor or other things, but you know what I mean. Change attachment to suit your situations. Chuck out your sensor grenades. Kill enemies by playing the objective. And you know, there's a lot of things you can do that can maximize this XP by just healing, reviving teammates. All of these can get you XP. Your XP pops up down the bottom. You can chuck more sensor grenades out. But remember, stay alive. Now, staying alive might seem like a no-brainer. Like, you guys might be like, hey, Surgee, that's easy. But like, hey, look, I'm out in the open. I'm not gonna stay alive. If I die, I'm losing time where I could earn XP. Use the terrain, use cover. You know, it's okay if you have to play a bit slow, but as long as you stay alive and you're defending the objective or attacking the objective, you're playing the objectives. You're gaining more XP than normal. As I try to laser someone across the map with a submachine gun. Comes to my next point. If you're running a subby right like me, don't try and shoot someone 500 meters away. It's not going to work. Use weapons to suit the ranges that you will be engaging in. Otherwise, it's just not the go. Let me try and maximize my XP here. My teammates are dying. I'm dying. Because if your teammates stay alive, you stay alive as well. There's more targets for them to shoot, etc, etc. And we got killed by a tank. So, look out for tanks, look out for vehicles, carry explosives, play objective, play with your teammates, have some map awareness, figure out what specialist is good for you, use weapons that to suit your engagement, and use attachments to help give you an edge over your opponents. And at the end of the day, don't forget that just have fun, because if you're grinding, you just want to also enjoy the game and have some fun. But that's some quick tips that I personally use along the way. It might not be the best tricks, but I might have another one of these tips and tricks video in the future as I learn. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy my quick Battlefield 2042 tips and tricks. If you do, please place the like button, the comment down below on what tips works for you, and if you have any extra advices for newer players, and ring that notification bell for your up-to-date on our Human Esports channel, where we post all you need to know about gaming, I guess. But until next time, guys, I'm SurgeeBee. Take care. Bye bye.